There's one more thing we are going to get to, another BuzzFeed thing, but basically the girls said there's two parts to it. The first one is women share their internalized misogyny, so this is when they realize that they're also misogynist.
Well, it's basically that's when they realize anything bad they do is just men's fault.
Right. So they go when they realize that women. So they have when they don't realize that women aren't their competition. So that's internalized misogyny, but they also are though.
Yeah.
So women, sometimes it's one of those things where like, I had to realize that some people, I thought everyone was my competition. It's like, sometimes they are though. It's like, even at comedy clubs where people, I realize it's not like, it's not me versus them, it's me versus myself. It's like, yeah, but like sometimes it actually was you versus him. Like,
yeah, for sure.
There's lots of
comic literally told me that last night. He goes, I'm not, he said, it's not really a competition. Yeah, sometimes
it's not like,
I'm like, you don't think it's
all like podcast, it isn't, but like with like, I mean, there's who gets a role on a showcase, it is.
Anything where there's finite amounts, like, there's in the city of New York, there's a finite amount of spots. So by nature, it's competitive. Just because it's not unlimited spots.
I know.
Like he was like, there's a club I can't get into, and I'm like, he's like, it sucks or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, but if you're in that club, you're probably pumped that they don't let anybody else in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the first one. The second one is the hatred of hair, armpit, and pictures. I know this one I'm having trouble unlearning. I just hate how it looks on me. So it's her misogyny that she doesn't want to have a big fucking bush. But
she's growing out the hair, but she's like in photos, like this.
No. It's when she's
not confident.
No, it's basically like she sees a photo of a chick with armpit hair and she goes, ew, gross.
Oh, is it?
And then she goes, oh, that's internalized misogyny.
I thought she was talking about her own armpit.
No. She thinks it's disgusting.
She thinks both.
Yeah, she thinks both. She goes, it's gross for me to do it. I see a picture of someone, I go, it's gross.
She doesn't feel confident.
So she goes, I'm a female misogynist.
Yeah. You ever fuck a girl with armpit hair?
Never.
I have.
Like a Brooklyn-y one?
Yeah, at least she was a lesbian, kind of like half a haircut, and like armpit hair.
How gross was that for you?
It was kind of gross, but it was kind of like so gross it was hot, you know what I mean?
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Like it was enough to me going
like this is just so dirty.
Yeah, it was like dirty. Yeah,
I had a girl.
It was like
leg hair before. It was pretty fucking weird.
I had a girl with nipple hair.
Oh yeah, that was a dude.
Yeah, that was a dude.
That was a dude.
He had fucking pubes around his dick.
Yeah, dude. This girl had the biggest bush right above her giant cock.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah, gross.
God, I'm not such a misogynist. Absolutely.
He said that women who do makeup, nails, or pay attention to the way they look are not shallow or self-conceited, or girly should not be an insult. So it's gross. So it's they're internalized misogynists when they don't think disgusting girls are hot, but also when they think hot girls are to spend too much time on their image. So that's no matter what, every choice you make is the right one.
Great.
Yeah, so I agree with that.
But it's our fault, by the way, just so you understand. It's men's fault that they feel this way.
It's what's funny, I agree with that. Whereas like this old idea of like a girl looking good and wanting to get married and have kids became this almost like oh no, that's not, you don't want that. That's like created by men. And then there was this new movement recently too where it's like, no, I love this. I'm still a woman and I'm a feminist. But then, and I was like, yeah, see, it doesn't really matter. And then one day those same women just like, I'm pro-life. It eventually always goes back to the pro-gun. If you're a hot chick.
The hot chicks, there's no benefit for like a super hot chick to be into all this stuff unless you're in entertainment.
Yeah.
That's the only time. Like if you're in entertainment, there's a benefit. But if you're in like any other facet of life and you're a hot chick, there's no benefit of being like, yeah, we're all equally hot.
They absolutely are like, no.
Well, yeah, that's what you never really see the other way around, where it's like the broke guys would be like, there is no benefit to being in fucking having money, like, because then no millionaire is gonna be like, yeah, fucking broke millionaire, exact same.
Yeah,
like, no dude's ever signing up for that fucking deal, right?
Yeah, it's like the same with like the fat models, where they're like all the fat models. We're just like, yo, just because I'm fat doesn't mean I'm not beautiful. And it's like, yeah, you are beautiful, even though you're fat. They're still structurally beautiful.
Yeah.
They're not like
there's a beautiful girl under all that.
Yeah.
Under the suit.
But they're never coming around and going. They're like, so you should hire me because I'm beautiful. And they're like, all right, what about this like skinny girl, but she's like has a fucked up face, and like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm fat and beautiful. fuck these other girls.
Yeah. Me just because I'm beautiful, I'm also beautiful.
She's
Like,
I'm
you
more
are.
beautiful.
Yeah, we got to accept all beauties, and I'm the last one, and it's Nexus.
That's another one where it is actually a competition. There must be like some actual supermodels that like are losing all these campaigns.
Oh,
like
for
they
sure.
were like up for this campaign and then they see who booked it and it's
I'd
like
be sick.
Of course. It was
I'd
funny.
be fucking sick.
Our buddy was telling us he was hanging out with this like supermodel, but like some crazy model, but she's like politically conservative.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, it's become like an insult if Victoria's Secret asks you to model
Because you're
for
a
them.
fat, you're a chunky
Because
monkey.
because basically they're like, what do you think I'm some fat pig? Like like
so
that's like I
funny.
guess models
That's
now
so
are like
funny.
they're like, yeah, you don't want to Victoria's
Also,
Secret. It's just like all the chicks. They
Do you know how
book are
many
gross.
years of like fucking eating disorders and shit these girls went to? It's like the only thing they go through is
Well, it's like they
models.
honestly like they kind of really like were like athletes in that sense,
Yeah,
where they like
for
they
sure.
trained
Yeah.
like a fucking
Yes.
mixed martial art. You
Yes.
know, they like had to cut weight and fucking wear the garbage bag in the
Yeah.
sauna.
Yeah.
And when a fighter does that, you're like, oh man, that's so tough. And they
Yeah.
were doing that shit too.
I know.
And now everybody's just like, yeah,
And now
fuck you.
It's
skinny
also it's like
bitch.
the lowest thing you could ever be too. It's like this is my problem with like the fat beautiful women movement was always like women are great and women can this, and it's like this person has struck the fucking genetic lottery. They're beautiful facially, and they're a fat fucking pig.
Yeah.
So they've never done anything. And they're literally, at least the skinny ones are working out.
Yeah.
You know, this one's just literally like, I am a god. I have been blessed in every single part of me. And then they just, in front of a magazine. It's chaos.
Like you're like, this shouldn't have worked out for you.
Well, no.
No.
I guess in their minds they're like, well, no, I'm an athlete, but just like more like a competitive eater athlete.
Sumo, right.
They're the other side of it. They go, yeah, I eat 12 fucking hot dogs an hour to keep this fit.
And the last thing
That's rookie numbers.
we are going to do is they go, women who post sexy stuff on the internet are not just doing it for attention necessarily or validation. So I'm so judgmental of that sometimes.
Yeah,
I hate myself
sometimes
for
they
it.
just want to see if their phone's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes is this my Instagram working? Yeah, it is. It's working. Yeah, me fucking like with my fucking ass in the air wearing a
Yeah.
thong. Yeah, I just want to see if Instagram's
Yeah.
still working.
This is an insane proposal.
That's so funny because
they're not doing it for validation.
that was the one where you
Or
go, yeah,
attention.
that's all they're doing it for.
Attention
That,
is
that
all.
was
What are they? What are they doing it for?
Yeah.
For them.
For anything. If you post anything on the internet, it's for like attention, right?
Yeah.
Or of some sort.
Well-
Otherwise, it's like
What are you doing it for then?
I don't know.
No fucking
because
idea.
because
I guess you could do it for like the game aspect where you go, you could say, I can agree where they go, it's not always for guy attention. Like if you're a girl that's really into fashion and all that sort of stuff, I could get where you go, no, I'm posting this because like my girls like will think it's cool. It's like almost competitive with them or whatever. But to say that like, it's for me personally, it's like, well, why? Yeah, then keep it. You don't really need to post it then, did you? If it was just for you. Then what? How come there's not a lot of girls doing these photo shoots and then not releasing the photos? If it was just a personal thing, it was to make me feel good.
just for me. You go
I
into
mean,
their
maybe they
house-
are.
You
It's
go
like
into their
it's-
house, it's just
Like
photos
if
everywhere.
a tree falls in the woods, you know? It's like maybe they are and we don't know.
Yeah, that is true.